Don't kid yourself, kid. That man, though, now a charlatan, of course, signing menus for money like Dali when he started making those ugly little parts also for money. That man at his best understood the workings of time. It's tragic, really. Go superfluous in your own lifetime. We destroyed Cubism. Koenig and me and Pollock and Barnett Newman and all the others. Stomped it to death. Nobody can paint a Cubist picture today.
And you take pride in that, stomping Cubism to death?
The child must banish the father. Respect him, but kill him.
And enjoy it?
It doesn't matter, just be audacious and do it.
Okay, come on. Picasso!
Picasso, I thank for teaching me that movement is everything. Movement is life. The second we're born, we squall, we ride, we squirm. To live is to move. Without movement, paintings are what?
Dead?
Precisely. Look at the tension between the blocks of color. The dark and the light, the red and the black and the brown, they exist in a state of flux, of movement. They're not dead because they are not static. They move through space, if you let them. This movement takes time, so they are temporal, they require time.
They demand it. They don't work without it.
This is why it is so important to me to create a place. A place where the viewer can contemplate the pictures over time and let them move.
They need the viewer. They're not like representational pictures like traditional landscapes or portraits.
Tell me why.
Because they change. They move, they pulse. Representational pictures are unchanging. They don't require the active participation of the viewer. That's why you keep the lights so low.
Is it?
To help the illusion, like a magician.
What do you see?
My eyes are adjusting, just white.
What does white make you think of?
Bones, skeletons, charnel house, anemia, cruelty.
Really?
It's like an operating theater now.
How does white make you feel?
Frightened?
Why?
Doesn't matter.
Why?
It's like the snow outside the room where my parents died. It was winter. I remember the snow outside the window. White. But the pictures in this light, they're flat, vulgar. This light hurts them.
You see how it is with them? How vulnerable they are? People think I'm controlling. Controlling the lights, controlling the height of the pictures, controlling the shape of the gallery. I'm not controlling, I'm protecting. Picture lives by companionship, it dies by the same token. It is a risky act, sending them out into the world.
You ever paint outdoors?
You mean out in nature?
Yeah.
Nature don't work for me, the light's no good. Those bugs. Then I go to Rome for the first time. I Go to the Santa Maria del Popolo to see Caravaggio's The Conversion of Saul. Consider, Caravaggio was commissioned to paint the picture for this specific place. He didn't have a choice. He stands there and he looks around. It's like he's under the ocean. It's so goddamn dark. How's he going to paint here? So he turns to his creator and he says, God, help me, unworthy sinner that I am. Tell me, O Lord on high, what the fuck do I do now? Then it hits him. The divine spark. He illuminates the picture from within. He gives it inner luminosity. Caravaggio was... Pass me the second tray.
You really gonna paint?
What the hell do you think I have been doing?
Red!
I was not talking to you! Don't you ever do that again! By what right do you speak? By what right do you express an opinion on my work? Who the fuck are you? What have you done? What have you seen? Where have you earned the right to exist here with me and these things you do not understand? What does red mean to me? What do you mean? You mean scarlet? You mean crimson? You mean plum? Mulberry? Magenta? Burgundy? Salmon? Carmine? Carnelian? Coral? Anything but red. What is red?
I meant sunrise.
Sunrise!
I meant the red at sunrise, the feeling of...
Oh, the feeling of it! What do you mean, the feeling of it?
I didn't mean red paint only. I meant the emotion of red at sunrise.
All right, sunrise isn't red.
Yes, it is.
I am telling you it is not.
Sunrise is red and red is sunrise. Red is heartbeat, red is passion. Red wine, red roses, red lipstick. Beets, tulips, peppers.
Arterial blood.
Yeah, that too.
Rust on the bike, on the lawn.
And apples and tomatoes.
Dressed in firestorm at night. The sun in Rousseau. The flag at Delacroix. The road in El Greco.
A rabbit's nose, an albino's eyes, a parakeet.
Florentine marble. Atomic flash. Nick yourself shaving. Blood in the Barbasol.
The ruby slippers, Technicolor, that phone to the Kremlin on the president's desk.
Russian flag. Nazi flag. Chinese flag.
Persimmons, pomegranates, red light district, red tape, rude.
Lava. A lobster. Scorpion.
Stop signs, sports car, bluffs.
Viscerat. Flame. Dead Falvis.
Traffic lights, tissue hair.
Slash your wrist. Blood in the sink.
Santa Claus.
Satan. So, right.
Exactly.
More than anything. You know what?
What?
Matisse's painting. the red studio. It's a picture of his own studio. The walls are a brilliant red, the floor, the furniture, all red. It's like the color radiated out of him and swallowed everything up. Such emotion. That was a long time ago now.
Still there.
I can't look at it now.
Why?
Too depressing.
How can all of that red be depressing?
I don't see the red anymore. Even in that total and profound immersion in red. It's the mantle above the dresser, just over the center line, offset by yellow of all goddamn things. He wanted it to be inescapable.
What?
Black.
The color black?
The thing black. There's only one thing I fear in life, my friend. One day the black will swallow the red. Rothko and Rembrandt. Rothko and Rembrandt. Rembrandt and Rothko. Rembrandt and Rothko. And Turner. Rembrandt and Rothko and Turner. Rothko and Rembrandt. Turner. And Rothko.
So, I read Nietzsche, like you said. Birth of Tragedy. I think I know why you wanted me to read it. Because you see yourself as Apollo, and you see Jackson Pollock as Dionysus. Dionysus is the god of wine and excess of movement and transformation. Now this is Pollock, the raw experience itself. Now Apollo is the god of order, method, and boundary. This is Rothko.
You really think human beings should be divided up so neatly into character types? You think the multifarious complexities and nuances of the human psyche really so goddamn simple? Pollock is emotion and Rothko is intellect? You embarrass yourself. Think more. So I was walking up to my house last week. A couple passes by. Lady looks in the window and says, "I wonder who owns all the Rothkos." It's like that in a noun. A Rothko.
A commodity.
An overmantel.
A what?
The overmantels. The picture's doomed to become interior decoration. You know the ones. The penthouse above the fireplace. You know, they say, yeah, I need something to go with the sofa, you understand. Oh, don't make me look at it. I never look at it. It's too depressing. All those fuzzy rectangles. My kid could do that in kindergarten. It's all a scam. This guy's a fraud. Still, I buy it. It's an investment. It's screwing the neighbors. Spine class. Spine taste. Goes with the lamp. It's cheaper than a Pollock. It's an investment. It is anything but what it is.
Strange. I'm remembering something. The color. Dried blood. When the blood dried, it got darker. On the carpet.
What do you see? What do you see?
I woke up and the first thing I saw was the snow outside my window. I was glad it snowed because it was Saturday and I could go sledding. Normally my mom would be up making breakfast. It was really quiet. I put on my slippers and I go into the hall. Now it's really quiet and it's cold. There's a window open somewhere. Then I see my sister. She's standing in the hallway, staring into my parents' room. The door's open. Oh. My sister, she's standing in a puddle of pee. Just staring. Eyes. I go to the door and I look in and I see the snow first. So much snow. Maybe I'll still go sledding. bed's stained with it, and the wall. There on the bed. It was a knife. Apparently, it was a knife. Found out later. That's all. I mean, after that, nothing really. We went to the neighbors, they called the police. State took us foster homes. People were nice, mostly. They kept us together. But they shuffled us around a lot. We were rootless. She's married to a CPA now. Never belonged. Never had a place. No. I paint pictures of them sometimes. What I imagine them to look like. Normal. I just think it's kind of sentimental to equate black with death. That seems an adequate notion, sort of romantic.
Romantic.
Well, I mean, not honest.
Really?
Well, in reality, we both know that black is a tool, like ochre or magenta. It has no affect. Seeing it as malevolent is a weird sort of chromatic anthropomorphizing.
Think so? What about equating white with death, like snow?
Well, that's different. That's just personal reaction. I'm not building a whole artistic sensibility around it.
If you say so. Maybe you should. Use your own life.
No, it's not.
Unless you're scared.
I am not scared. I'm
boy.
not scared. It's just self-indulgent.
If you say so.
Not all art has to be psychodrama.
Doesn't it?
No.
You paint pictures of the men who killed your parents.
That's not all I paint.
Well, maybe it should be. Maybe then you'd understand what black is.
Back to that.
Always.
At least equating white with death isn't so predictable.
So unpredictable now.
Yeah, kinda.
Dishonest and predictable.
Look at Van Gogh. His last pictures are all color. He goes out and he paints the most ecstatic yellows and blues known to man, and then shoots himself. Or Matisse. His last works are nothing but great shocks of primary colors.
You admire those colors?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think I'm the romantic? Can't you do any better than that? Matisse, the dying hero, struggling with his last puny gasp to create that final masterpiece. Oh, and Van Gogh, of course. Van Gogh, trotted out on all occasions. The misunderstood martyr, the ubiquitous symbol for everything. You insult these men by reducing them to adolescent stereotypes. Grapple with them, yes, argue with them, always. But don't think you understand them. Don't think you have captured them. They are beyond you. spend a lifetime with him, you might gain a moment of insight into that pain. Until then, allow them their grandeur in silence. Silence is so accurate. Wait! In the National Gallery in London, there's a picture by Rembrandt called Belshazzar's Feast. It's an Old Testament story from Daniel. And Belshazzar, king of Babylon, is giving a feast, and he blasphemes. So a divine hand appears and writes some Hebrew words on the wall as a warning. You have been weighed in the balance and have been found wanting. That is what black is to me. What is it to you? I swear to God, they're trying to kill me! Those prosaic insects, those presumptuous, canna-jumping Arabic sons of bitches! The same sacred space of Motherwell and Smith and de Kooning and Newman and Pollock and
did you like the exhibit?
These young artists are trying to murder me.
That's kind of extreme.
Right, but not inaccurate.
You think Jasper Johns is trying to murder you?
Yes.
What about Frank Stella?
Yes.
Robert Rauschenberg?
Yes.
Roy Lichtenstein?
Which one's he?
Comic book.
Yes.
Andy Warhol. You sound like an old man.
I am an old
You're
man.
not that old.
Today I'm old.
You say so.
My point is, people like me, my contemporaries, my colleagues, those painters who came up with me, we all had one thing in common. We understood the importance of seriousness.
You're too much.
What?
You heard me.
What do you see?
Never mind.
No, you look at them, what do you see?
This moment, right now.
You know, those flags and soup cans and comic books.
Yeah, this moment, right now, and a little bit tomorrow.
You think that's good?
Oh, it's neither good nor bad, but it's what people want.
Exactly my point.
Oh, so art shouldn't be popular at all now.
It shouldn't be only popular.
You know, you may not like it, but nowadays as many people are genuinely moved by Frank Stella as by Mark Rothko. Like Campbell's Soup, like comic books.
You don't think Andy Warhol's going to be hanging in museums in 100 years' time alongside the Bruegels and the Vermeers?
Well, he's hanging alongside Rothko now.
Because those goddamn galleries will do anything for money! Cater to any wicked taste that is business, young man, not art!
Oh, do you ever get tired of telling people what art is?
No! Not ever. I'll tell you, listen, better you should tell me fuck off.
You're just mad because the barbarians are at the gate, and what do you know? People seem to like the barbarians.
Of course they like them! That's the goddamn point! They want things to be beautiful! Jesus Christ, when someone tells me one of my pictures is beautiful, I want to vomit.
With...
Oh, pretty, beautiful, nice, fine! That is our life now. Everything's fine. It's our constitutional right to be amused all the goddamn time, isn't it? We're a smirking nation, living under the tyranny of fine. How are you? Fine. How was your day? Fine. How you doing? Fine. How'd you like the picture? Fine. Want some dinner? Fine. Well, let me tell you, everything is not fine. Look at them. You see the dark rectangle? Like a doorway, an aperture, yes, but it's also a gaping mouth, letting out a silent howl of something foul and feral and primal and real. Not nice, not fine, real. I am here to stop your heart. Do you understand that? I am here to make you think. I am not here to paint pretty pictures.
So said the Cubist, before you stomped him to death. Tragic, really, to grow superfluous in your own lifetime, right? The child must banish the father, respect him, but kill him. Isn't that what you said? You guys went after the Cubists and the Surrealists, and boy did you love it. And now your time has come and you don't want to go. Well, exit stage left, Rothko, because pop art has banished abstract expressionism. I only pray to God they have more generosity of spirit than you did, and lies and dignity as you go. Don't worry. You can always sign menus for money.
How dare you!
Do you know where I live?
What?
2 years. I've been working here 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and you know nothing about me. You ever once asked me to dinner, maybe come to your house.
What is it?
You know I'm a painter, don't you?
I suppose.
No, answer me. You know I'm a painter.
Yes.
You ever once asked to look at my work?
Why should I?
Oh, why should you?
You're an employee. This is about me. Everything here is about me. You don't like that? Leave. Is that what this is about? Baby girl's wounded, mommy didn't hug you today, daddy didn't pat you on the head.
Stop it.
Hey, don't blame me, I didn't kill her.
Stop it!
You know, go find a psychiatrist, quit whining to me about it. Your neediness bores me.
Bores you? Bores you? Christ, try working for you for a living. The talking. Jesus Christ, won't he ever shut up? Titanic self-absorption of the man. You stand there trying to look so deep, but you are nothing but a solipsistic bully with your grandiose self-importance and your lectures and your arias and the let's look at the canvas for another few weeks. Let's not fucking paint. Let's just look. Oh, and the pretension. Jesus Christ, the pretension. I can't imagine any other painter in the history of art has ever tried so hard to be significant. You know, not everyone wants art that actually hurts. Sometimes you just want a fucking still life, or a landscape, or a soup can, or a comic book. Something you might actually learn if you ever left this goddamn hermetically sealed submarine here with all the windows closed and no natural light, because natural light isn't good enough for you. But then, nothing is ever good enough for you. Not even the people who buy your pictures. Museums are nothing but mausoleums. Galleries are run by pimps and swindlers. And art collectors are what? Shallow social climbers. So who is good enough to own your art, huh? Anyone? Maybe the real question is, who's good enough to even see your art? That's it, isn't it? We have all been weighed in the balance and found wanting. My friend, I don't think you'd recognize something real if it were standing right in front of you.
They are going to a place created just for them. A place of reflection and safety.
Place of contemplation.
Yes.
Place with no distractions.
Yes.
Sacred space.
Yes.
Chapel.
Yes.
Like the Four Seasons restaurant. At least Andy Warhol gets the joke. Come on, just admit to your hypocrisies. The high priest of modern art is painting a wall in the temple of consumption. You rail against commercialism in art, but pal, you're taking the money.
And
sure, you can try to kid yourself that you're creating a holy place of contemplative awe. But in reality, you are just decorating another dining room for the super rich. And these things are nothing but the world's most expensive overmantels.
Why do you think I took this commission?
Because it appealed to your vanity.
How so?
They could have gone to de Kooning, they went to you. It's the flashiest mural commission since the Sistine Chapel.
Oh, and you would have turned it down.
In a second.
Easy for you to say.
Come on. You don't need the money. You don't need the publicity. Why make yourself a hypocrite for the Seagram Corporation?
I did not enter into this capriciously, I thought about
Oh,
it.
sure, no kidding.
Yeah, and of course it appealed to my vanity. I am a human being too. Still, I thought about it. I hesitated. Very same thoughts. Is it corrupt? Is it immoral? Just feeding the whims of the bourgeoisie? Should I do it? I know that place. Where the richest bastards in New York are going to feed and show off, and I have to ruin the appetite of every son of a bitch who eats there.
I don't know that I believe you.
About what?
Them. This malicious intent of yours. The old lion, still roaring, still trying to provoke, to be relevant. Stick it to the bourgeoisie. It doesn't scam.
Too romantic for you?
But too cruel to them. Your paintings aren't weapons. You'd never do that to them. You'd never reduce them like that. I don't know, maybe you started the commission thinking that way, but then art happened. You couldn't help it, that's what you do. Now you're stuck. Painted yourself into a corner. You should forgive the expression.
No, you're wrong. Their power will transcend the setting. Working together, moving in rhythm, whispering to each other. They will still create a place. You don't believe me, do you? I think it's also a monumental act of self-delusion. Answer me. Answer me.
Yes. What do you see? What do you see?
You cannot talk about any of this. Philosophy, theology, literature, poetry, drama, history, archaeology, anthropology, music, mythology. These are your tools as much as brush and pigment. Doesn't the potency of that just stop your heart? How can it not end in tragedy? Prove the tragedy by Nietzsche. One cannot discuss politics without it. One can't discuss anything without, I was Marcus Rothko back then. Too many Jewish painters. So Marcus Rothko becomes Mark Rothko. Now nobody knows I'm a Jew. Let me tell you, when I kill myself, there won't be any doubt about it. Because just selling a painting is like sending a blind child into a room full of razor blades. It is going to get hurt, and it has never been hurt before. It doesn't know what hurt is. Because it's also zeitgeist art. It's the voices. It's the barking of jackals. It's the chatter of monkeys. It's not human. I wonder. Do you think they'll ever forgive me? Hey, fella! Yeah, it's Rothko. Look, I'm keeping the painting, but I'm sending the money back. No offense to you, buddy, that's just how life goes. Yeah, good luck to you.
Now, you are Mark Rothko.
Only poorer.
Well, having money doesn't make you wealthy.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, this is a day for the books. We'll
Yeah, you're fired.
What?
You're fired.
Why?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Well, write down your address on your final check.
You owe me an
I
explanation.
don't owe you anything.
2 years, and you expect me to walk out just like that?
What, you want a retirement party?
No, I want a reason.
None of your business.
I want a reason.
Look, you're too goddamn needy, all right? And I don't need it. I don't need your need. Since 7, you're looking for a home. Well, this isn't it. And I'm not your father. Remember, he's dead. I'm sorry, but that is it.
Come on, Dr. Freud. You can do better than that. Why?
I told you.
Why?
I don't need an assistant.
Bullshit.
You talk too much.
So do you.
You have lousy taste.
Bullshit.
Because I'm sick of you.
Bullshit.
Because your life's out there.
Look.
When I was your age, art was a lonely thing. No galleries, no collecting, no critics, no money. We did not have mentors, we did not have parents. We had a great time. Because we had nothing to lose and a vision to gain. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Make something new. What do you see?
Red.
There's a QR code on the door if you've got any feedback for us, any advice.